Join the team.
Hey team, it's McGuire Review, and we're going to do just a video that we talk a little bit about the channel and where the channel is going. You can kind of call this as more of a State of the Union or Channel of the Union. It's basically a channel update, and we're going to talk about where the channel is going, what type of content we're going to have, because I've definitely received enough feedback through comments, whether it's, hey, love this type of new stuff, or hey, where's all the board game, videos. I want to make sure that everybody knows as part of the team exactly where the channel is going and what kind of content you can expect to go forward on the channel. So before we get into that, I think the first thing that we need to do is kind of strip away, without physically stripping that away, but strip away all the lights and the camera and the mic and the setup and everything that you have here. And look at what this channel really is. I do this channel in my spare time as a hobby because I enjoy and have a passion for the tabletop gaming industry. This is not a full-time job for me. This is not an income for me. This does not pay my bills. This channel exists to share the good news about board gaming, tabletop gaming, and to share that with as many people as I possibly can, because I really believe that this kind of environment and sitting around the table with your family and friends and playing these games really is a benefit to society, and you get a lot of joy out of doing this. So I want to share it with as many people as I possibly can. I've been gaming, I would say more on the hardcore side of gaming, well over a decade now, and I just love it. So that's why the channel exists. That's what I'm all about. That's why the channel exists. We're not in competition with anybody. There's really no reason to be in competition with anybody because I'm not doing this for a living, okay? There's no money that's involved. It's just gaming passion. Okay, now that that's out of the way, there are 3 things that I want to update and share information on. The first of which is, what type of content are you going to see on this channel go forward? To answer that, I don't know that it would be much different than what you have seen in the past. If you subscribe to this channel, if you are a team member, you know what kind of content's here. It has generally been, can't get away from that Ring doorbell. It has generally been board gaming content. So reviews, overviews, playthroughs, things of that nature. I don't do a lot of full playthroughs, but I do integrate gameplay generally into my reviews, so you get a feel for how a game plays out. But you generally would get a board game video that would be coming out from me. And I have had a lot of feedback recently where it's been like, hey, love the board game stuff, but there's been a lot of these other types of videos around RPG adventures, around miniatures, around just any type of tabletop RPGs. And if you think about sort of the world of gaming, tabletop gaming, there's many spectrums of that. There's many genres within tabletop gaming. And I like those things. Again, if we go back to why does the channel exist, it's about sharing all of the awesome good things that I can find within this industry with as many people as possible to give you a feel and a flavor for what types of gaming exist out there. So for me, and again, it's not just board gaming. You've got RPGs, you've got those miniatures that can be used in both of those areas. There's lots of different things that you can explore and get into. And that's the kind of channel that I really want this to be. I want this to be a channel where I can share content on all those different types of things. And someone that watches these videos and consumes the content can say, well, I may only be interested in the ones that are specifically board games, or I may only be interested in the ones that are tabletop miniatures or tabletop RPGs, and that's perfectly fine. You can get your cut of that type of gaming on the spectrum. Or let's say that you're just into board games and you've really never explored tabletop RPGs, or you don't really know why there's companies that make all these little plastic miniatures, right? Like, what are you really supposed to do with these things? I think, and I challenge maybe check out some of the other content, because you're always going to be able to find something where you're like, hey, cool, these miniatures are for Dungeons & Dragons or Pathfinder, but I don't have to use them for that. I could use them maybe and proxy them into my board game and deluxify a board game out. Or, hey, this tabletop RPG stuff is really cool. I might want to give it a try, being a GM, or maybe join a group and play a game. Just do it like a one-shot and have fun. So I'm really just trying to offer to the team the different types of gaming that are out there. And I think that if you go and you engage with some of that content and you check it out, you might be surprised what you'll find. Now, another topic that I want to also hit is and you'll find this if you watch any of the live RPG content that's now on my channel. There is a playlist that is tabletop live RPG content. You can check that out. There's close to 30 videos now. I am part of another group called the Band of Badgers. Definitely go check the Band of Badgers out. I'm not saying go check it out because I'm part of it. I'm saying go check it out, regardless of me being part of it or not. Go check it out because it's awesome content and it's an awesome group. They do a ton of live streaming on Twitch. You can find them there, Band of Badgers. They also have a YouTube channel now. That is it's Band of Badgers. You can find that just by searching for Band of Badgers. And that is kind of the spot where all of the content is just sort of housed, because if you know anything about Twitch, your content doesn't just last out there forever. So we do pull the pieces of content out of Twitch and we drop it into YouTube as kind of a quote-unquote file server to hold all of our content over time. And there is thousands of hours of RPG stream content that you can find out there. We do Starfinder, Pathfinder, Dungeons & Dragons, tons of other tabletop RPGs that have been created by industry authors. We've got tons of industry art, that artists that we're working with from a painting perspective. We have a painting show. I mean, it's just all kinds of cool stuff that you can get into. So you will hear me talk about the Band of Badgers as well on this channel, and you'll probably see quite a few videos of me doing things with the Band of Badgers that will be accessible through this channel as well, through playlists. So you can check that stuff out as well. If you're really interested in the tabletop RPG world of gaming, and you want to see me play some silly characters in various Pathfinder, Starfinder, and Dungeons & Dragons campaigns, you're going to be able to find that on this channel, and you can find that right now in the playlists if that is of interest to you. Okay, second point of the channel, and I know, and we'll have more videos where we talk about some of these things that come up in the industry conversational-wise as we go forward. They will always focus on this channel, though, or at least I will try to do that. Yeah, I'll ask that you hold me accountable to that, because I really don't care what other people are doing. It's what does this channel do? And just making it clear to the team members. When I say team members, it means you're a subscriber of the channel. There is no special process you have to go through to become a team member or pay a fee. You literally just hit the subscribe button and you are part of the team. We're a team here. We're part of a community. And I want to make sure that you understand how I'm benefiting from these videos, if you can say that I am. Because in the beginning of this video, we talked a little bit about, why does the channel exist? I don't do paid stuff, okay? You won't find... I'm almost positive out of the 300 plus videos that I've done, you won't find one that has one of those little paid promotion things on it. Now, I want to stop people on the thought process right there. I'm not saying that that's a problem anyone does that. There are people that do this for a living to pay their bills and feed their children. I would expect to see the paid promotional icon come up on their videos. Okay? I would expect that. Maybe not for every video they do, but I would expect that. You're not going to find that on this channel, or that's not the point. I don't do paid reviews or paid previews. The only thing that I would ever do, I do have terms that are sent to folks when I do a video, and there are options, and one of those options is paid, but it's never really pursued because I haven't really done that type of content. So let's say, for example, I did a just straight up playthrough. I pulled the game out of the box and I just played the game. You didn't get a review of the components. You didn't get my opinion on the game. You didn't get, should you do this or not? Should you buy or invest or not? It would just strictly be opening it and playing it. That's something different. That could be paid content in the future. I just haven't done that. I haven't gone that route. I kind of prefer the style of being able to open the box, show you the components, talk through the components, talk through the mechanics, play a little bit of the game, and then give you my opinion on the game. That's just what I prefer to do with these videos, so I really haven't gone that route. So I just want to make that clear. These reviews are not paid for. I am not compensated in any way outside of, in not all videos, but receiving a prototype copy of the game or receiving a production copy of the game if the game has already been released, and it's usually just the base game, or receiving after a Kickstarter is released the final components of what may have been reviewed from a prototype perspective or early on before the production game was delivered. And the point of that is not really payment. It's more of good faith on the folks that I made a video for, and now that the product is out in the market, it's like, hey, you did this video. We didn't really pay you to do this video. You did this video because you wanted to do it because you thought it was a good game. So here's a copy of the Kickstarter, after it's done. And in some cases, my name is on the box. So it'd be kind of odd to not send me a game where my name is on the box. And when I receive those games, honestly, I generally, because I've received this game, will make another video where I unbox the production, say, hey, remember we did a video on this, now here's the production copy. I feel like that's the right thing to do, and frankly, I'm doing that not because I'm being provided this gift, it's because from the very beginning, I thought it was a good game that we should talk about. So that's how this works. It's not this scratch your back, I'll scratch mine, pay me this money, I'll say something good, I'll be super energetic about this game, right? I mean, the energy that you see that comes through these videos when I do a board game review is real. It's because I think this game is awesome. And I think that it provides a good experience for people, and they should try it out. So from a payment perspective, the only payment that I would be receiving would be a copy of a game. And again, that's not in all instances. Sometimes I have purchased the game myself, and then I make a video on it. Sometimes it is a game that is just random, that just literally someone contacts me and says, hey, we're sending you this game. Okay. Like, I'll take something, but there's no agreement that a video has to be made by receiving that game. But again, back to our original logic, the channel's about talking around good experiences. And that leads me to my third point. And some may like this and some may not. But the content that's on the channel, and I feel like this is only fair if we think about all the logical points we've made up until this point. The content that's on this channel is really only stuff that I have personally found is a really good game. I have seen and played with folks, and it's a positive experience every time. After you do this for a decade or more, reviewing, playing, you kind of start to get a pretty quick feel for if a game is a good experience or not. And that's the kind of content that I put on this channel. And I will be absolutely transparent. There is a number of things that come to this channel that have just been, hey, I'm sending you this game. It's at the drop-off location. Or I ask for. Or I may reach out and say, hey, I'm thinking about doing a video on this game because I played it and I thought it was really cool. They don't always end up on the channel. And they don't because if it's not a solid experience that I think people should like really invest their time in, there's a lot of content out there. Okay, there's a lot of content for you to spread your time across. And I don't want to waste your time with that. So I want to provide to you, like, if you see a video go live on my channel, you know, all right, this is something that should be good. Okay? I can't guarantee that for everybody. Okay? But you can at least make the assumption that this content, this video that this guy has made, it's probably on something that's going to be good. I'm not saying the content's just good. I'm saying the actual material within the content is definitely going to be good. Or it should be for the most part. I don't do content on this channel that is a quote-unquote negative review. And I hate to even use that term because it can be taken so many different ways. But you're not going to find, and I really hope that you don't ever find content on my channel go forward. I hope I don't change my mind on this because it really goes against the value and the principles of like what this channel is. You're not going to find the, let me tell you about this game and tell you how horrible it is. You're just not going to find that because it's a waste of my time to do that. It's a waste of your time to consume that. Outside of maybe that can help you make a decision, but the sad part of that is when you see videos like that where it's just like, don't buy this game, it's terrible. There's a number of people that won't even buy the game, and that game ends up being maybe a diamond in the rough because that reviewer's opinion or that reviewer's gaming group didn't like it. But 10,000 other people may. So I don't want to put myself in the position of giving you that kind of direction that potentially keeps you from making a purchase or having an experience that could be amazing for you. So you're just not going to find that kind of stuff on my channel. I'm going to give you the stuff that, and again, it's hard to call myself some expert, but what you're going to get is a person who's been hardcore gaming for well over a decade and has been reviewing for close to a decade. Like, you're at least going to get that, right? You're at least going to get that person saying, I think this is good. And I've seen that this is good. And I've experienced really good stuff come out of this. You might want to take a look at it. That's the kind of content that you're going to get on the channel. Okay? So I just want to put sort of an end to the all your reviews are super positive, so you must just be infomercialing everything that you do. And that it's just, I'm not saying that's overwhelmingly what I get. It's not by any means. The majority of folks the majority of folks really love the content. But I think there is sort of this sliver out there in the industry. And I'm not pointing the finger at anybody that would watch any of the content. You're entitled to your opinion. And I can see how people might feel that way. I can see how you might get that feeling that this channel or other channels are like that. But at the end of the day, it's just honestly not. It's just honestly not. It's just not. Right? And I don't know if that removes any of the magic. I don't know if that removes any of the glamour but it's just not. It's not this big paid for. Okay, team. That's where we're going to stop this video. That is kind of the state of the union of the channel. As it is today and as it will continue forward. I hope that you're enjoying the content. I have lots of other content coming out within wide array of gaming. I'm going to make sure that I'm trying to kind of mix and match. Like you get a little RPG, you get a little board game, get a little miniature. Sometimes that's hard because of the release dates of things. You kind of want to get all the content out when you receive it with a certain type based on when embargoes are or when content is actually released, because it makes a difference with the views if you get your timing right. And sometimes that's very challenging as well because, again, I do this as a hobby. I do this in my spare time. I'm not just getting up every day and brushing off my Kanban board and saying, okay, what's the schedule for today and let's shoot all day and get content out every day. It's just not a reality for me. And it probably never will be. Well, I don't know, maybe after I retire or something it could, but. All right, team, hopefully this did answer some things. Hopefully you're happy with everything that's been said in this video. I welcome any conversation in the comments below. You know, we're a team, and we'll stick together. And I'm here to provide good content to give you guys the best direction that I possibly can for cool stuff that I find. All right. So until next time. Nope, that's not my exit. Yeah, a little bit of a different exit, Bear. It's not really a review video. All right, everybody. See you later.